Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProbMoney.com, and it is time for the ever-popular What's in My Wallet, where we take a look at what credit cards I am actually using out there in the real world. Before we do that, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already, and if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So What's in My Wallet, a popular theme on this channel and other credit card and personal finance channels as well. We do credit card reviews, we talk about the good and the bad, but many times people want to know what cards we are actually using, what cards I am actually using myself, so that's what we're going to run through in this video. I'll talk about some cards that I'm using now that maybe I won't be using 6 months from now, the stalwarts that are always in my wallet, and some that are on the bubble or have already gotten the heave-ho. So probably 3 or 4 cards are getting the bulk of my spending right now, with some specialty cards for certain purchases. One card that is getting a lot of spending right now, but maybe will not be in the future, is the Amex Platinum card, because I got this card at the end of November for the big 100,000 point bonus, but also for the 10 points per dollar on US supermarket purchases and US gas station purchases for the first 6 months. So I got it late November. That means I've got till late May to maximize that 10x on supermarket and gas station purchases as much as possible. After that point, I'm not sure that's going to get a whole lot of usage out of my wallet, and so with that big $550 annual fee, I'm very much questioning what I'm going to do with the card going forward. So it will still give 5x on airline ticket purchases and 5x on prepaid hotel purchases through Amex, but everything else 1 point per dollar. So for most people that get this card, if they travel a lot, that's great to get that 5x on those travel categories, but you really have to get a lot of value from the other things that this card brings, and I don't know if I'm going to get a whole lot of that value. Now, someone commented on one of my other videos recently that just the rental car coverage on this card is something that they consider to be worth the cost because of the fact that they travel 7 or 8 times a year, and they always use that rental car coverage, and otherwise they would pay for that coverage. So depending on how you look at it, you could see a whole lot of value in this card. Now, with that said, I will tell you that having the Amex Platinum has been a little bit fun to have. If you really look at some of the benefits, overall, they probably don't justify the cost for someone like me, but it's a little bit like a luxury item. It's like being a country club member or something. You know you're never really going to get the sort of value out of it that you are paying in, but it is something that is nice to have, a way to sort of treat yourself. So beyond just the bonus and the categories I'm getting the 10x on right now, there are the things that I generally say are really just throw-ins, like the Saks credit, and right now there's a $30 per month PayPal credit for a while here, and I get this glossy travel magazine, and you get a lot of other stuff here, the airport lounges, all that kind of stuff. If you put a dollar value on all those things, for many people it would not cover it. But if you think of it more as a membership and you want a little luxury in your life, and it's nice to pull that card out and get in the airport lounge, or get these little credits throughout the year for things that you probably wouldn't spend the money on in the first place, I can see why people do it, even though I don't know if I'll do it in the future. Actually, they took away some of the benefits like the Saks and the Uber and that kind of stuff, and put like 4x on groceries or 4x on restaurants on top of what it has now. That I would probably think is actually more worth it. So once I'm done getting the 10x on those gas and groceries through the Amex Platinum, I've got to think about how I'm going to maximize the rewards on those purchases going forward. In the short term, on the gas side, through the end of the first half of 2021, we've got the Discover It card or the Chase Freedom Flex card. Both of them, with their rotating categories, are giving 5% on gas purchases from April 1st through June 30th. So I know I'm going to get 5% on gas through the first half of the year from one of them. Unfortunately, they are both offering gas at the same time, and I probably am not going to be able to maximize the reward I could get on both of those cards, but at least I know that I'm going to get the 5% through June. After that, it may be the Verizon Visa, which gives me 4% on gas purchases. Now, I can only redeem the rewards from the Verizon Visa toward my Verizon bill or Verizon products, which isn't ideal necessarily, But I don't really care. I mean, I have to pay that bill anyway. So if I'm getting 4% on gas and it only goes toward paying down my Verizon bill, I was going to pay that Verizon bill either way. So that may be where I'm at in the second half of the year. And then on the groceries end, it's that Blue Cash Preferred. Actually, not my card, my wife's card. I'm an authorized user, but getting 6% on grocery purchases with that card. You also get 6% on streaming services. So that is where our streaming services go. In terms of restaurant purchases, I said in a recent video that I have ditched the Capital One Saver card, and so I'm no longer getting the 4% on restaurant purchases with that card, but they would not take away the annual fee, and so it was really not worth it to me. So now I'm only getting 3% on restaurant purchases, but that is with one of the no annual fee cards, the Chase Freedom Flex or the Wells Fargo Propel. My Amazon purchases go on the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa. We are paid Amazon Prime members in my household, so you get 5% back on your Amazon purchases, and we do a decent amount of Amazon purchasing. Anything that I can't get at least 3% on across the board, I am going to be using the Citi Double Cash Card, which is a 2% flat cashback card. So I always know no matter what purchase I am making out there, I'm getting at least 2%. And then when I can get 3%, 4%, 5%, every once in a while, 10x on those gas and groceries, I will take those opportunities. But it's nice to always have that 2x as a foundation. So a few other points of possible interest here. My family and I are going to make a car road trip soon to the beach. We have rented a beach house. I just got my first vaccine shot, but I'll still be wearing my mask when I'm in public, all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, we are renting a house on the beach, and I used one of the Airbnb, VRBO type services on my Wells Fargo Propel card, which is supposed to give you 3% on home stays. Now, I went into my Wells Fargo account today, and so far it looks like they've only given me 1% or 1 point per dollar. Now, I haven't actually paid for this vacation yet. It's only sitting there on my card, but it looks like they've given me the points, or at least the 1 point per dollar so far when I look at my rewards, but the other 2 points per dollar are not showing up yet, and so I'm hoping that I am not going to have a fight with Wells Fargo where they say that it didn't code correctly as a homestay or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. For now, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I am a little worried about that once I pay it off, whether I'm going to get those other points or not. And then also on the travel end of things, I have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and it has been a card that has been sort of on the bubble. I renewed it after the first year, not quite sure if I wanted to keep it at all long term, and I'm still not sure, but I do have to say that I have that Chase Freedom Flex card along with it, and I had a lot of points between the two, transferred a bunch of points from the Chase Freedom Flex into the account of the Chase Sapphire Preferred and used them through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, where you get a 25% boost on your points. So we have a couple things happening in the fall where we had to book some hotels. So between two different trips, booking 4 nights used around 100,000 points, which means that in terms of, the price value of those hotels, that would have been around $1,250 that we would have had to pay for those 4 nights, and instead it was 100,000 Chase points. So is that a deal? I don't know if it's really a great deal, but still, in terms of getting that 25% through the Ultimate Rewards portal, it was nice to have it. I do feel like I did get some extra value out of those points. But still, even if I think to myself that I got $250 extra sort of travel value there, I don't know if I keep the Chase Sapphire Preferred over the long term with its $95 annual fee, because I never use it for everyday purchases. It had a great bonus. It did give me this nice extra here, but that was when I had a lot of points to redeem. When you don't have a lot of points to redeem necessarily, that 25% boost is only going to give you so much. So you have to kind of decide, does that make sense to keep that card? So when it comes up for renewal, I'm again going to be in a quandary. And then finally, 2 other cards that are not in my wallet anymore and probably will not be getting any further usage. I know one of them won't, because Barclays shut the card account down, and that is the NFL credit card that I don't really know why I got in the first place. I did manage to finally get some tickets out of it after a while, but a very poor rewards card, so I was more than happy to have them shut that card account down. And then finally, it is the Amex Green card. I paid the annual fee on this card for a second year, and I I don't know why I did it. There's nothing about this card that really does anything for me that I feel like I'm not getting from my other cards. Maybe you could make some justification of membership rewards points having some outsized value if you use them in certain ways. But as far as I'm concerned, the 3X categories here, I can get 3% cash back on other cards or something that I feel like is as good or better than what I am getting out of this card. And a $150 annual fee, you're really not getting enough benefits wise as far as I'm concerned with this card. So when they overhauled this card and they had a big bonus with it, it was worth getting in the first year and it was better than it used to be, but it's still really not that good. So that's where I'm at. That Amex Green is going to go away. The Chase Sapphire Preferred on the bubble. The Amex Platinum, I still got a while to go, so we'll see how I feel by the time we get to the full year mark. The rest of those cards, I think, are all no annual fee cards that do have some good value for me, so I still feel good about carrying all the rest of those. That's what I am doing these days. Would love to hear what you are doing. Put those comments in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thank you for watching. Bye.